Greetings, comrades. It's your boy Dro.
This is Talha.
Yes, yes, and we're coming to you live from the magnificent Rickshaw here in Chicago, Illinois, located on the intersection of Elston, Pulaski. So it's like northwest side area.
Six corners.
Yeah. 6 corners, man. Very, very distinct corner location. So you can't miss it. We're here right now. I'm here to chop it up with my good friend Talha. He's an awesome artist and musician, and just a really sweet, well-rounded guy overall.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Yeah. And yeah, I also want us to have this conversation here at Rickshaw. This is a locally owned Pakistani restaurant, or Pakistani Indian, right?
Yeah, but I'd say Pakistani Indian. It's a so a lot of the Pakistani cuisine and North cuisine tends to be a little similar once you go into more South India. The cuisine changes, and oh my god, I love South Indian cuisine, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, this establishment works as a non-profit and does a lot of its donations to charitable causes, such as mainly actually homeless shelters. Part of what being South Asian means that you are hospitable and you never say no to a hungry man. So I think this place really embodies that mission of it in a way that benefits the community in Chicago.
That's dope, man. That's super dope. And so yeah, man. So let's just talk about what we're eating right now. As y'all can see, I'm digging in this shit with my fucking bare hands, trying to keep it traditional. Right?
Yeah, man. Some people say that when you eat with your hands, it just tastes better. You know what? I'm a joining in that.
Yeah, man. I'm here for the cultural exchange.
We're eating with our hands today.
Yes, exactly.
See, my dad was in the army. I'm so sorry.
No,
My dad was in the military, so he had like that military etiquette.
Really?
So I've been like eating with a fork and spoon constantly all my life. But sometimes, man,
You know, there's actually, I think the science behind it is actually like it's supposed to be good for like your gut health.
yeah, there's like bacteria underneath your nails and stuff that helps in digestion and stuff.
Yeah, man. But anywho, what we're digging into right now is some biryani, some chicken biryani.
Oh yeah.
So here at Rickshaw every Friday, with Juma, right? Juma
For Juma.
Mubarak, by the way.
Sorry, Mubarak.
So every Friday after Juma, they have like a lunch special, $7 biryani. Along with the biryani, I also got some naan to go with it and some chai. And yeah, man, I'm living it up, man. Eating like a king for like less than $15. So
Yeah, one thing that's really good about this place is the fact that it's very affordable.
yes,
And as I said, this spot isn't to make money; it's to serve the community. And as a person of a culinary background, I think this is one of the most unique things about this restaurant. Because at the end of the day, it's not just a place where you eat; it's a place where you make friends, you see familiar faces. The reason why they have this Friday special is members of the community who come to the Muslim Community Center, which is right around the corner. You're like, just come hang out, have food, get to know one another. And I've seen so many people over here who see someone they've seen a couple times. You know, everyone's socially awkward. I'm very socially awkward sometimes. But you see the same faces, you are like, you just gotta say hi.
oh yeah, man, that's awesome. I mean, shit, man. I mean, you always invite me here all the time
Yeah, man.
on any day of the week.
Hang out.
And yeah, man, as long as I'm free, I usually pull up because, like I said, this is a phenomenal restaurant, phenomenal meal for the price. It's also just a chill vibe, you know. Right, everyone's kind of got like on their like. I grew up Christian household, so we would call it our Sunday's best. So you know, dress up for Sunday church. So would that be like the what would be the equivalent to that?
Pretty much, yeah. I'd say it would be a very accurate alternative to that.
Yeah. So
You know, Fridays you wear good clothes, you go to the mosque, pray alongside your brothers in the community, and then once that's done, you go share a meal.
Yeah, man. So everyone's kind of got on their Sunday's best here on Friday. I see all the different, religious attire, and and you can also, it's cool because it's just obviously Muslims from all across different countries. They all have their own distinct little styles and individualities. So it's kind of cool to see like the difference in like their traditional outfits.
It really is. One of the main around here, you'll see people wearing mainly their shalwar kameez, which is more of a South Asian attire and garb. And then you'd have people wearing their thobes, which are the long robes, um, which are more Middle Eastern and from the Swana region. So it's pretty good. I wouldn't call them. So I think one thing that gets confused is the fact that it's religious attire. It's not religious attire. It's just traditional and cultural attire.
For sure,
It's
for
easy
sure.
to see someone in a shalwar kameez be like, yeah, that guy's Muslim or something, but that's not necessarily the case. These attires are people that are a sense of pride and a sense of identity for where people come from.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that correction.
Of course.
Let's focus on you for a moment.
Me.
Yeah, man.
Moi?
Yeah, man. So you're a cool ass artist here in Chicago, bro. I mean, by way of Pakistan, right? So let's just talk about it, man. Like, tell us your origin story, bro. How do you even come to this country in the first place?
By the way, right here, we got our chef Faraz.
Hello, thank you.
So you'll have to repeat that question. I got distracted.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, man. Just tell us about yourself. What's your origin story, right? Originally from Pakistan. How'd you make your way to Chicago?
Oh yeah, that that was interesting. I was 19, just finished high school, and I just my life, the way that my life went. I faced a lot of changes in my personal life when I got out of high school. I was working my first job. I was a host at this place called Cafe Sol, and it's adjacent IO Space, which was a very small DIY event venue. So like the whole size of that spot could be compared to this room and that room. And then suddenly I started like looking at applications, got into like applications for college. But before that, I wanted to just kind of take a little bit of a break. I had some money saved up. I had a visa to the United States. I came here, spent some time with my aunt and her family, who I'm very, very close to. I'd like to say the rest is history, but then I was in Delaware at the time and I wanted to come to Chicago because I had some friends here. I took a bus to Chicago from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware to Union Station. It was a 23-hour ride, multiple transfers of buses. I don't know how I did it. I had just gotten here, saw Chicago, and really was like, yeah, this is the spot that I really wanted to be at. I got into college here, started applying, and then from there, I just really focused on school for a little bit. I used to study computer science before I decided I wanted to have a change and actually focus on music academically, because I was also making music. I used to perform and organize events in Pakistan on a very small scale, like what's the most a high school student can do. But once I got here, it started making a little more sense than when I had first started. I knew I wanted to do something with music. I started going to different shows, different events. You travel the scene, you understand it, you get to know what you like and what you don't like. So once that happened, I switched my academic career to study more towards on a business and towards a marketing level, as well as music. And apart from that, I've done community events, mainly grassroots. I've always how I got started in this was I wanted to give myself an opportunity to perform Urdu rock and roll, fusion music, and it was just slowly but surely I did an event, understood what went wrong, what went right, tried to better it, understood what went wrong, what went right. It's everything all just trial and error at the end of the day. I think that is something that I have really seen as a theme in my life, just trial and error. If you don't get it right, you try it again. Somehow, somewhere. So now I'm finally doing my first big boy event,
Nice.
which is some grant funding that we did, and it's called ZID. It's on June 27th at Fulton Street Collective. It is a very, very interesting evening because as a South Asian artist in Chicago, I have seen the different types of South Asian music programming happening, and it's so beautiful that they happen. Like, I'm a rock and roller at the end of the day, but I gained an appreciation for a lot of classical music when I came here, which is something I never really got into. You know, in Pakistan we have a, a proverb, "Ghar ki murgi dal barabar."
Can you repeat that to me one more time?
I shall. Ghar ki murgi dal barabar basically means that like what's yours, you never value it in a way. If you go into a literal sense, it's like the chicken you grow at home is the same as the lentils you grow at home because you don't value what it is. You know,
Interesting, yeah.
and some I feel like I felt that way in terms of classical music, where I didn't. I grew up in a lot of rock and roll, grunge, Nirvana, stuff like that. Even the local Pakistani scene, which was very honestly also very inspired by the up and coming and the popular musicians, Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, um, all of that, the Beatles. So I got inspired to play Pakistani music by people who were inspired by them. So when I came here, getting back on Zid is we're focusing on musicians who are coming from a culture and kind of bending and fracturing it in a way to make something new. And that's how I kind of feel about people who I was inspired by. The rock and rollers in a time when people were like, oh, what is this? The devil's music. And I'm sure that had a space and time in the Western world as well when rock and roll started coming out. It's maybe like a few years behind at the end of the day. So Zid really centers artists who try to be a little more creative and innovative in a way that you don't see. Bollywood is one of the major industries in South Asia due to its influence in film, and through film, the music that comes out of Bollywood is actually made to promote the film.
Right.
It's an industry which is very. I shouldn't talk shit about Bollywood.
I mean, do whatever you want.
Okay.
I wouldn't say you. I just feel like you're just saying your observations.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking it as you were talking shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But
No, in case you want a Bollywood job.
honestly, if they give me some money, if they give me like a bunch of money to like do a song, I would.
Okay, why not?
That would be a lot of fun if that happens.
But I mean, not that I want to, put words in your mouth or whatever. But what I feel like what you're trying to say though is because I recognize Bollywood as an industry. Because obviously, in America, United States, we have Hollywood, right? And that's its own industrial complex in and of itself. Like, especially look at all these, so many of these big corporate movies nowadays. They just want to push out like their own their own intellectual property or their own IP. So like, instead of funding and investing in new and original films, which those types of movies end up has to be more independently funded. The corporate ones just want to put out the 15th, superhero movie, whatever flavor of the month. Let's remake this movie that we've already made, 3 other times before. Like So yeah, so I think I definitely get what you're coming from.
Yeah. See, I also have like, at the end of the day, I'm from Pakistan. My issue with Bollywood is that back in the day, they suddenly boycotted all of Pakistan. They, we had a good share of artists coming to India from Pakistan, coming to Pakistan from India. There was a level of brotherhood, but unfortunately, under this Modi government, which is very Hindu nationalist and Trump supporters, but
That part.
they put a boycott on a lot of Pakistani artists, and it was just okay, cool. You were okay with taking our artists, you're okay with using our artists and our actors and everyone, and suddenly now you're not. And not only that, the amount of I'm personally on a boycott of Bollywood. Why? Because of that one reason, and this is a personal thing. I'm not asking anyone to do that. I just prefer not to watch any Bollywood
Right.
because it does not align with my beliefs as a prideful Pakistani and as just an artist who values some integrity.
Right.
Also, I'm not really interested in like watching a lot of propaganda movies against Pakistan, you know?
Right.
And that's one of the reasons like you have Dhurandhar 1, Dhurandhar 2 coming, which obviously it's filmed and it's a film, so obviously it's dramatized, but why is there constant promotion of propaganda against Pakistan in Bollywood right now?
Probably the same reason that like the average American sports game in the United States is a fucking blaze fest for the U.S. military. You know, they want to normalize certain ideas that maybe promote division or war.
Of course, because that's how you get the public. Now, listen, I'm not enjoying Bollywood. I grew up on that shit. I love me a Shah Rukh Khan chick flick. I love like whatever happened, but I think around the 2015 year, that's when my opinions also started shifting. Where I'm like, why am I doing this? Also, just my taste changed, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll blame it on me.
that happens. So speaking of film and theater, you were recently in an off Broadway production of of the famous Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ,
Yes,
Superstar.
yes. One of the greatest rock operas of all time. Certainly something I grew up watching every Easter, or most Easters, you know, my Christian family, Catholic family. But yeah, man, I just want to ask you, so that was a production for your university. Um, how was that experience?
It was weird. I enjoyed it. I have no regrets. It was just the weirdest thing ever. Um, and I say this from the perspective of someone in a Christian school who's not Christian and playing a role that in which so in Islam we believe in Jesus, we love Jesus, we believe in Jesus being a prophet instead of like the Son of God, or and we don't believe in like the Holy Trinity and stuff like that. But we have massive respect for Jesus, and like it was very difficult for me as a Muslim to be in a role where I had to betray Jesus. My role was Judas, and the reason why I actually picked like asked for that role, I actually asked for it. I whenever I talk to people about it, they give me this like remark, oh, they're typecasting you as a brown dude who's like um, not like as the antagonist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I particularly asked for it. Now, why I asked for it was because see, I needed attention. Listen, it's not worth it otherwise. And second, I really like the songs. Mainly "Heaven on Their Minds." It has the bass line. It goes like bum 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 bum. My mind is no. I should
That's a
just.
banger. It's a banger.
It's such a banger. So that bass line has been sampled and used in a lot of like Turkish, Persian, Arabic music. And how I found out about it was I was once on a road trip from DC to New York, and I was like on hellish shrooms,
Nice.
and that song came on, and I was like, "What?" And the song was "Talaq" by a Persian artist called Gugush.
Whoosh.
Yeah. Ever since that, I personally want to sample it and make that bass line into a song,
Mm-hmm.
and I make it more techno, electro, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But that just appealed to me, and it was a very interesting experience because one of the main concerns and fears I have was, given how they gave me this comment about being typecasted, I also kind of was internalizing the fact that, okay, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm supposed to be the one who's like, hated by everyone. And I guess maybe that's what theater is, but when I was doing the show, I felt like I was an outcast.
Whoa.
Yeah. But it was very interesting. Everyone was so supportive, so supportive. Had the best like positive criticism by everyone, including my peers and my director George Cederquist, who like runs an opera company over here. And honestly, I'm old. I'm like 26 years old, and I'm still working on like my undergrad degree. I already feel out of place.
Right.
When I was younger, I'd be like, why don't I have my degree yet? Because at the end of the day, I have been actively working towards my education for as far as I can remember. But it's been a non-linear journey, right? So
Yeah.
already feeling out of place, but then kind of joining a group of people who are so supportive and so excited to work together. That just made everything worth it. And it was a beautiful experience where I got to learn how this works. It was my first ever time doing theater. The only other time I did any acting was when I was 16. I was Cinderella in a German reading.
That's crazy.
Und ich bin Aschenputtel.
That's crazy.
Aschenputtel is.
I didn't know you knew German.
Yeah, man, I used to study German back in Pakistan. Gave like an A1 exam, and then I actually got a scholarship through the Goethe Institute to go to Germany for like a month.
Did you go?
I did, of course I went.
I'm finding this out for the first time, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
See. I will say. I don't talk to people about that because I didn't like practice it anymore. When I came back to Pakistan after that, we had to move and stuff, and I just stopped speaking it altogether. But now I'm kind of getting back into it through the music school where I've sung pieces which are in German here and there. Interesting. I don't know if I'd put a lot of effort in learning German, but maybe to a conversational aspect. If I meet someone who can speak German, I'll be like, swag.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But before the German thing, what were you saying? I guess. Oh yeah, just being a older undergrad student.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was just like it was an experience where I felt out of place. Everything's non-linear, as I said. My educational journey has been pretty non-linear. So it's been when I back at myself there, when I have days that are hard, I'm like, I don't even have a degree yet. But then to kind of get myself out of that, I'm like, yes, but I've been constantly working on my goals and my dreams. Some of them which I try to achieve as best as I can. Some of them which I'm achieving as I go.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Then let's just talk about like your actual music, right? So you currently have one full-length album. That's damn near how we met, pretty much.
That is how we met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You were working on the album, and you asked me to help you write a press release, and you can say that the rest is history from there, right?
The rest is
became
history.
Became an organic friendship from there.
Honestly, man.
So yeah, tell me about that album.
I will say about the best thing about the friendship that you and I have, I love to share a meal with you.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because I love sharing a meal with other people.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you always hit me up for a meal, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
See, that's how you know I'm. It's like
Yeah. I'm a little lit. I forgot the name of the album.
Awara.
Awara.
Yeah.
Please tell the audience about Awara.
So Awara was my debut album that I made completely like by myself. I had help. Um, Completely by myself, I mean I wrote and recorded most of it, and then for some stuff I needed help. For some stuff I needed help, but it just the way that album came was very funny. There's a series of events programming that happens in Chicago, which is called Chicago Mehfil, which is focused on South Asian classical music, specifically for that. Now, see, the whole thing of rock and roll is fuck the system, you know? So I went to that event. It was an open mic, and I went to that event with a very fuck the system mindset and
Yeah.
attitude. And I went there, and I, I, I signed up for the open mics, wrote a song just for that event, La Jawab,
Wow. Nice.
and performed it over there. And the rest is history. I made so many friends over there that I collaborated with. I've personally like done events over there with them and have been a frequent performer. Because one thing I've learned in my life is that music or whatever it is, it's all community based, and community is one of the most important things ever. Um, Through music, I've been very lucky to make a lot of friends, but that I've worked with on this, project Awara. Awara itself means wanderer, and that is how kind of I started my journey in Chicago. I'm nearing about 6 years in 6 years. Yeah, it's been 6 years that I've been to Chicago, but for the first three, I had no one. I had maybe like four people that I knew. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was not in a good spot in my life, and I just tried to get out there somehow, some way, because at the end of the day, I crossed an ocean for I don't know what at the end of the day, and that is what that sentiment is what this album really captures for me at least. The first track, Another Day, my only track in that in English was the probably the first song that I wrote for it, but I did not know I'd be writing it for that, and it just inadvertently happened to be a part of the album because it just fit because it came from a time of my life where I really meant what I sing about. And as I grow, and it all is there, but it changes meaning into what I am right now, which I think is very beautiful and very interesting to take a look at. Because the same things I sang about, the same words that I sang back in 2024, I look at them and they have a different meaning. And I think meanings evolve at times. But yeah, I tried to make a piece of music which I was able to do. It was the first time I had ever tried to do this, and it was at a point where I was like, okay, these are my last 5-6 months in America. I planned to leave. I had bought my ticket to just go back and just be done, just go back to my family. Uh, but no, this was a way for me to kind of get back to myself. And once I did it, I was able to perform it a bunch of times, notably at the Irish American Heritage Center, where
That was a
there was
legendary show.
that was a legendary show, man. It was Fields of Palestine. So Fields of Palestine was an event curated by my dear friend Maureen, who is affiliated with Chicago Irish for Palestine, as well as Salon Kawakib. We raised $16,000 for Palestinian Children Relief Fund in one night. It was a beautiful event. We had like 700 people in the room. We had three beautiful acts. I wouldn't say that about myself. I'm just an uncle, but we had Reckless Darling play, and he's my friend Carl. He is an incredible multi-instrumentalist and singer. And then we had this ensemble called Taif, which is femme-led, um, and focuses on maqam music and Arabic traditional folk music.
Right.
And it just was a beautiful night, and like every single time I like watch a video from it or like recall anything from it, it just like gives me goosebumps because it was. There are very few times when you're out in community and you just like, it's like we're all one.
Hmm.
That was one of those times. It was incredible.
Yeah, man. That's super dope. Super dope. Oh yeah.
Through that, me and Maureen, especially, we tend to do a lot of different fundraisers for families in Palestine and Gaza specifically. We have one coming up on the 18th of July, which I think you'd be very, very interested in.
So is it another cookout?
It is the Kebabathon 2.0, brother.
Much
You were at the original Kebabathon last
Oh
year.
yeah.
You want to say something about that?
Man, that shit was lit, bro. I might have eaten myself sick that day. I'm not even gonna lie. Like there's so many kebabs and they're so good. And then but then it's like y'all were also like playing in the backyard, playing music in the backyard. So it's very much like a kind of remind me of like summer camp in that sense too, where you just got a bunch of young hippies just gathered around a bonfire, eating good food and jamming out some music. So shout out to Kebabadon.
Yeah, man, you're talking to the head chef right there.
Oh yeah,
Right
man.
here.
Oh yeah, on top of being multilinguist, multi-instrumentalist, this man can also cook. So,
And
eligible bachelor right here is what I'm trying to say.
no. See, I have a song and it's called Bhago. It means run, and in the whole song, I'm just like, just when you see me, look, turn around and run away. I say that to I say that to everyone.
Oh yeah. So sweet. You got the kebabathon coming up. You have anything else coming up?
At the moment, just Zid and the Kebabathon. But there are things always in the works. There are things always in the works.
For sure, man. I wanted to ask. So I guess this kind of goes full circle back to Zid. So that's through Chi-Town Adas?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So Chi-Town Addas is a small organization created by a bunch of friends, headed by my dear friends Salman and Shanil Discoshare, who we're all working towards promoting South Asian culture in the West Town region of this city. Um, and it's very interesting because whenever there's programming happening regarding South Asian culture, it's always traditional. This time around, it's alternative. Like, at least for music, where we have people who are building on the sounds they grew up with, the sounds that are what you'd say their identity. I say this because sound is sound.
Right.
People don't call Western classical as an umbrella term for like what their identity is or what it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just like that, this changes from here to there. So Chi-Town Addas is something where, Zid focuses and centers on artists who are local and national, who take from what they've been given and build onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So for this event that happens on June 27th, we have four very wonderful artists. We have When the Wall Breaks Down, who Shravan Raghuram. He's incredible. He's so incredible. He plays improvisational music, and whenever his music is like a resistance to what is expected. That's the best way I could put it, and it's just a phenomenal time. It's so energetic.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Kabir Dalavri, who is a jazz composer and drummer. He's a beautiful human being. Beautiful human being. I just got off on a call with him about a particular venue this morning. He's in the middle of tour right now. We have myself. I'm playing. Uh, if you guys want to come, just come. I guess. See me. I'll look all pretty. No, I won't. I'm gonna be full in like full organization mode because we got to make a lot of moving parts fit the puzzle. And then our headliner Shahra Azad, uh, she's incredible. She honestly, I shouldn't say it. I should just tell people to come so that they can actually witness it because
Yeah.
this is her first concert in Chicago. We were able to get her. We're so grateful and so lucky to have her come to Chicago for you know for what we're trying to build. Me and my fellow curator Mariam. Um, I'm so grateful to be entrusted with a lot of these opportunities that I can, and at times I get hit with this imposter syndrome that why me? Why am I doing this? I don't deserve this. But I guess you build with what you have.
Yeah.
You try to do something, and then you hope the person that comes next makes it better.
Hell yeah.
And
Man.
I guess this is what we're trying to do with Zed, is just try to build a new facet of what South Asian arts looks like in Chicago. This is the first time an event focused on South Asian art is happening in the history of Chicago, and I'm very grateful to be having such a big part in it. Um, and it's free, it's open to the public, it's family friendly, bring friends and family. It's happening at the Fulton Street Collective. Um, and the best part about it, there's going to be chai for everyone.
I'm in. That's all I need, you know.
There's gonna be chai for
Yeah.
everyone.
I love Shy, bro.
Yeah.
I also want us to circle back, kind of on the Jesus Christ Superstar thing, because I know you also talked about how like it was funny how like you had people tell you that you felt typecasted. Because honestly, so like I said, I grew up with Jesus Christ Superstar, and did you get a chance to watch the original movie?
1970s. I
This
have
is-
the album, brother.
Bro.
I had to get that on vinyl.
Bro, I wonder who got you that.
It was you. It was you.
Yeah.
It was the best gift ever.
Thank you.
It honestly made me just like I got it before like the production started,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, okay, wow, okay, we are so. And that was the moment where I'm like, yep, we're doing this.
Hell
No
yeah.
turning back.
Hell yeah, glad to hear that. But no, it's funny because when I found out you were playing Judas, excuse me, that made me geek. Because honestly, in the original movie, Judas is the best character. I mean, he's the main character, really. It's the story is kind of told mostly through his perspective, and he obviously and Carl Anderson's performance
Oh,
in there
Carl Anderson.
is probably
Rest
one of
in
my
peace.
favorite. Yes, R.I.P. One of my favorite acting performances, period, in any film. And like he fucking killed all his songs. So like I was geeked when I found out we were playing Judas. So I think that's also kind of funny how like other people just immediately like it kind of shows maybe I don't know what it shows. Maybe I don't want to be like one of those like people are too woke these days.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Lay it on the
No.
table, brother.
No, no, that's not even it. I get where people are coming from, but I just think that's real funny because like I guess it kind of depends on like whether or not you actually grew up watching that movie. If you had a family that was into that type of thing, so it kind of does make sense. Like, oh, you're casted the whole time. Like you're casted as actually like the main character. To be honest,
It was actually kind of funny because like they asked me who I wanted to be, and I'm like, Judas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you know, one of the reasons why I actually asked to be Judas was because I just felt it was wrong of me and my personal beliefs to portray Jesus as a
Right.
character.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, let's just do the next best thing, I guess.
Mhm.
But whoever, like Tiara, she played Tiara Whetstone, and incredible,
Oh, dude, she was awesome.
incredible singer.
Yeah, I took my parents to see the show.
I
It's
know, it was such
lit.
a
They complimented
beautiful.
her.
It was she was incredible. No better person in our school to do Jesus. Jesus was a black woman. So was Mary Magdalene,
Yes.
and Judas was a Pakistani Muslim guy.
That's-
I think that is
I
what.
think that's canon. I think. So, okay, let's stop being sacrilegious for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start wrapping up soon, man. This is an awesome conversation, man. Yeah, man, it's lit. So I guess I just want us to kind of maybe do like more rapid fire questions
Mhm.
before we run out of time.
Gotcha.
So, you know, since we're at a Pakistani restaurant, Give me like your 5 favorite Pakistani dishes.
Chicken kadahi, beef nahari, lamb chapli kebab, mutton biryani with bone.
Ooh, that's where the flavor comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rosh, mutton rosh.
What's mutton rosh?
Let me put you on, brother. It's lamb shanks. Put into this big pot and kind of cooked together with a little bit of the onion and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of pepper. Simple. Salt. A little bit of paprika, stuff like that, in a big pot. And we're talking about like a shit ton of those lamb shanks just thrown in there. You have the lid on the container and you put a bread seal on it so that no air goes out. Slow cook it for hours on end to the point that the fat from all the mutton and all just liquefies. You have the meat coming off the bone. You have a stew.
Nice.
It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever eaten.
Lovely, man. Where can I get some of that, man?
We'll have to. This is one of the things that you gotta make. It's very hard to find a good spot in Chicago that you can make mutton roast in, because this is a very.
It sounds labor intensive.
It's very labor intensive, and it's like you'll find spots that make good mutton roast on the side of truck stops, alongside highways in Pakistan, which is honestly the spot to eat them.
Okay, so. Gotta go to the motherland. If you wanna find it.
Yeah, man. We'll do a tour. We'll go get some rosh. We'll go on a food tour of Pakistan.
Absolutely. Let's book it. You heard it here, folks. It's on the record. So now it's on you.
Now it's on me. Inshallah, next trip to Pakistan.
Inshallah. You already mentioned a bunch of artists that actually you work with. Who are just some folks here in Chicago that people should be listening to?
There are so many different artists. I'm unsure, like in terms of South Asian affiliation or just general.
Just general, man. Who are you tapping into?
Dude, man, go to Shrav's shows, man. Fucking hell, he's so incredible. Apart from that, the DIY scene is full of great artists. Full of great artists who just are incredible. And the best thing about the DIY scene is everyone's doing it for the love of it, and everyone's insanely supportive of each other.
Nice.
You know, there's so many different bands. You got like Yin Waster, you got Billy Joel Jr. They're absolutely phenomenal. So many to say.
Hell yeah, man.
Don't put me on the spot like that. I can't just think of names like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I want to say. Oh, alright, man. So do you have any like projects or songs coming out in the future that people should be on the lookout for?
I am currently in the building stages of my second album. The first time when I made Awara, that was at a time where I wanted to talk about a lot of issues that a human faces within himself, and this time it would be a continuation of that from a perspective of me a couple years on from when I first made that. So I've been working on an album, and I'm very excited to share it with everyone through both performance and through recordings.
Hell yeah, man. Where can people find you at, man? How can they stay in tune?
Well, my number, no.
That's crazy. Find them on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. My snap, here's my snap. No. So my Instagram is my name with an extra R, so TALHA WAQARR. My spot, I'm on a lot of streamings. I'm currently trying to get all my stuff down from Spotify, but I'm on all major streamings, YouTube. Occasionally, I print vinyl, which costs me a lot of money. It's hard to do all of this on a college student's budget.
Yeah.
But
Where can people find you on Venmo or Cash App?
hey man, that you plug that in. But yeah, I'm under my name, Talha Waqar. So it's fun.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that's all I got, man. Any final words?
I love you.
Love you too, brother. This is lit. Good. This is long overdue.
Long overdue.
Peace, man. Come to Rickshaw.